I have another cross versus battle, and this one's also, some heat, to say the least, right? This is Natsu, Dragon Neil from Fairy Tail, versus Hiei, the Amiko from Yu Yu Hakusho, right? Both are fire users, both are, powerful in their, respective series, right? They're both, in the top 10, you know, both planetary, some, a little bit higher than that. I know who is out of the two of them. But we have them going at it in two scenarios. The first scenario, they'll fight. They'll fight at they'll fight in Mercurius. They'll fight at the capital of Fiore, um, at the Grand Magic Games Coliseum. And then in the second scenario, in Yu Yu Hakusho, they'll fight in Demon World. So let's get into it like we usually do. With the strength, scenario one, that's happening in Mercurius in the Grand Magic Games arena. Strength goes to Natsu, physical strength. Striking power, yeah, Natsu's got that over Hiei. Um, and then lifting power too over Hiei, yeah. But now I give Hiei the speed. Some people think that Hiei's fast as fuck. I'm giving Hiei's gonna have the speed over Natsu. It's gonna be one of those scenarios where Natsu's gonna have to sense where Hiei's at, or basically predict where Hiei's gonna be, and then like hit him. And he can do that. Natsu can. Um, Durability goes to Natsu as well. These Dragon Slayers, they're tough. They can handle attacks that land on them and shit, right? Um, Specifically, these are two fire users. We also know what Natsu can do with fire, right? Endurance goes to Natsu as well. He can fight in a long fight. Oh man, I wouldn't say he's an endurance beast. He tries to, you know, kill his opponent as quick as possible. Intelligence, though, I'll give it to Hiei. Hiei's a bit smarter than Natsu. Natsu's not. I wouldn't say he's smart, but I wouldn't say Hiei's the brightest either. But he's smart enough. And then experience-wise, I still give it to Hiei. Slightly. Close skills, I'm giving it to Natsu. Natsu over here for the close skills. Natsu does run up on people and he touches them, right? Hiei does too, but he has, range skills that he can use. And that's why I give the range skills to Hiei. And I do think that he beats Natsu in the range skills. Like if Natsu uses a Dragon Slaying Roar or even a Lightning Fire Dragon Slaying Roar, Hiei could probably overcome that with the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. But hold on, don't get too, excited, Hiei fan. Recoup goes to Natsu, barely, and then hacks go to Natsu as well. He has, Dragon, Igneous Fire, Atlas Flame Fire. He has Lightning Flame Dragon mode. He has Dragon Force. You know, Hiei has the Dragon of Darkness Flame, and he has all the fire abilities he has. Environment goes to Natsu though, since it's in Mercurius. At the Grand Magic Games Arena, but Natsu wins that high difficulty. You know, Hiei has fire resistance to some degree. Natsu has fire resistance, but he also gets powered up from fire. He's already shown feats of consuming, all kinds of flames, you know, divine flames, black fire. He's already done it before. So I'm not hearing anybody talking about Amaterasu or Dragon of the Darkness Flame, this and that. He's eating that shit up. So let's say that they do get into that clash with the Dragon Roar, and the darkness flame. And the darkness flame overcomes the dragon's roar that Natsu uses. He's absorbing that, dragon and powering up from it. And he's gonna basically have to, shoot off a whole bunch of those or whatever. But on a long drawn out fight, it's Natsu who's gonna win that because he's powering up from a lot of the attacks that Hiei's throwing at him. In the second scenario, which is fought in Demon World, Natsu has the strength. Speed goes to Hiei. Durability goes to Natsu. Endurance goes to Natsu. Intelligence goes to Hiei. Experience goes to Hiei. Close skills go to Natsu. Range skills go to Hiei. Because I do give credence to the fucking dragon of the darkness flame. But then I also know Natsu is, the attacks themselves, might, be overcome by, he'll overtake the like regular fire that Natsu has, right? And it ain't even regular fire. I know, he has, Atlas flying this, but the black fire overcomes that. Even with that, though, Natsu can absorb and, power up from Hiei's attacks, so it'll still be alright. Recoup goes to Natsu, hacks go to Natsu, and then environment goes to Hiei. But overall, Natsu wins the second scenario, same high difficulty over Hiei. That'd be a good fight to watch, but it's also kind of like one-sided in a way, because Hiei has resistance to fire, but at the same time, he's losing strength, speed, and all that during the fight, right? Natsu's just powering up from all the fire that he's consuming. So he ends up winning that fight, high difficulty. But be cool, Claw in the corner, and let me know what you think about that in the comments below. And watch both Fairy Tail and Yu Yu Hakusho. Both. I like both of them. Be cool, Claw in the corner. Let me know what you think about that in the comments.